In this video, I will show you how to triple your copy trading return on investment in just a few clicks. If you don't believe me, just watch. All right, welcome back to Copy Traderr, where we help you create a system where you don't have to stare at charts all day, but you can have professional traders trading for you. And the best part is they don't even know it. In this video, I'm going to show you how I am using the Copy Traderr tools right now with our latest upgrades to incorporate into any trader that you like a trailing stop loss. So you can take any setup and triple your return on investments. Well, that's what the Copy Traderr system is all about. We copy trade traders on the Solana and BNB network, traders who are buying and selling and day trading meme coins, because in 2026, it's still the best way to make money copy trading. And our tools at copytraderr.com not only help you find the best traders, but we help you eliminate all guesswork by backtesting any trader's last set of trades, mapping the charts out into a readable CSV that you can run through our analyzers to analyze over 120,000 possible combinations of entry, take profit, and stop loss to figure out not only if you could have won with that trader, but if so, what is the best strategy to use. So that's what you're going to see me doing here in this video. I found a trader who I really like. They trade like this. They buy and they sell very quickly. So I know right away I'm not going to copy the sells, but the entries with this trader are usually fantastic into decent tokens. Their stats are really clean, and I'm going to show you exactly how I map out their last set of trades, how I run it through the strategy analyzers, and now how I use our upgraded trailing stop loss tools to take a strategy like this with an 8% return on investment and turn it into a strategy like this with a 29% return on investment in under 5 minutes. If at any point in this video you feel a little bit lost, because this is more of an update video for existing members, we have an absolutely free course that will take you through the entire copy trading process from A to Z and show you everything you need to know to start making completely passive income, letting professional traders trade for you. They do the trading, they do the research, you just set up your free bots and ideally rake in profit every single day. So with all that being said, with the background covered, you know what's going on here, I'm going to jump into the exact process that I'm using with our new upgraded trailing stop loss tools. Okay, so the first step, after you've found a trader that you like out of the 12,000 profitable Solana traders we have listed in our index, you've taken a look at the trader's profile, you've taken a look at their trades, you've looked at the charts, and you like what you see. First thing you need to do is run this trader through the CSV generator to generate a numerical representation of this trader's last 100, 200, 300, or even more trades. So you have it all in a spreadsheet, exactly what happened, what the price was from the moment they bought until the end of the token for each and every trade. Now, just today, this tool has been updated because in the past, we were collecting data from the moment of entry until the moment the token dies, only in order to figure out the best take profit and stop loss combination. So we weren't getting all of the micro movements that happen between the very highs and the very lows. But now that we are incorporating trailing stop loss into our tools, the CSV generator has been completely updated to not only collect the highs and the lows during the life cycle of the trade, but to now collect all of the micro movements, any movements greater than 20% up or down. So you can figure out what the best trailing stop loss would be, knowing exactly when it would trigger and if it would improve your gains. So I've gone ahead and I've run this trader through the CSV generator and I've outputted his last 300 trades just to show that these strategies work over the long term. Once you have this, the next step in the process is to come to the strategy analyzers, either with copying the trader's sell or not copying the trader's sell. And I know in this case that this trader buys and sells extremely quickly, and I don't want to copy their sells. So I'm going to the strategy analyzer that just utilizes take profit, stop loss, and now trailing stop loss. And that's going to bring me here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to upload my CSV. I'm going to configure my settings, choose my buy size, in this case 0.5, choose my slippage, which I have determined from the chart. choose my fee percentage that I'm going to lose in each trade, which I have determined from the copy trading fee calculator, and then choose a latency percentage if I want. How much ROI am I going to lose from each trade when I hit my stop loss due to the discrepancy in time from when I trigger my stop loss and the bot actually sells? I put 3% just to be safe. And then we're going to analyze the last 300 trades using these settings, and we're going to run over 60,000 possible combinations to figure out what the best strategy would have been, what would have earned us the most money. And it's come up that the best strategy with my current settings, which are 13% slippage up and down, and 3% fees using the finest, and a 3% latency because it's not the fastest bot, have revealed that the best strategy is to enter immediately using 950% take profit, 15% stop loss. You'd have a very, very small win rate, but even after fees, you'd be making 8%. And I think any of us would sign up for an 8% ROI right now. With a 0.5 buy size, I'm making 23 Solana in profit. Now, it would take a lot of guts to run this strategy because a 3% win rate is very, very small. But if we take a look at the cumulative chart, yeah, I mean, you'd have some periods where you are absolutely getting crushed. And this is probably not a strategy I would run with, even though it shows that over time you would be winning. And also, there's a lot we can do here with the market cap insights, because we literally lose almost every trade over 11K entries. So I think we can improve this a lot. First thing that I'm going to do, I am going to come to the all combinations tab. As I talked about before, I'm going to filter by ROI. I'm going to say I want to get into at least 25 trades. See if there's a better strategy, because getting into 25 trades over 3 days is more than enough. And here I found a nice strategy with a minus 20% dip, 85% take profit, 55% stop loss, a win rate above 50%, and a 16% ROI. I really, really like that. I could increase my win rates even more by lowering my take profit a little bit, but I'm going to keep it at this one because now we have trailing stop loss. So with a higher take profit, if we don't reach it, we can utilize our trailing stop loss to make us even more money. So now I'm going to come in, I'm going to put this in the manual strategy tab, but I'm not going to put it in the one here to test with TSL because I don't know what TSL to use yet. I'm going to put it in here to check for all combinations of TSL. So with the minus 20% entry, say our take profit was 85, our stop loss was 55, buy size 0.5 Solana, fees and latency, everything is covered. I'm going to check for the best TSL combinations. So here we have our original strategy without TSL, with our 55% win rates and our 16.8% return on investment. So now you'll be able to compare this without TSL to all the different combinations of TSL triggers and TSL percentages to see if we can improve upon the strategy. And right away, you can see that we are going from a 16.8% ROI with the same exact take profit and stop loss to a 29.6% ROI using a trigger point of 20% and a trailing stop loss of 40%. Now that's incredible. If I wanted to check for a higher win rate strategy, I could. There's a nice one here with a 63% win rate and a 29% ROI. Pretty much the same thing here, but the win rate is so much higher here that I think I'm going to go for this one. So now I'm going to go to the actual manual strategy tab, and I'm going to put in all of our conditions so I can see the trades and I can see what the chart looks like. So let's go up. We've got 20% trigger, 35% trail. So we can come to the actual manual testing tab with our minus 20, our 85% take profit, 55% stop loss. We've got a trigger point of 20% and a trailing percent of 35%. 0.5 slippage, fees and latency, all buys, and we can test that strategy. And here you see our 29% ROI, and we can go through, look at the trades, and you see when we're losing, we're not losing nearly as much as we would be without a TSL. You can go through, you can see that pretty much we're never going to our minus 55% stop loss. We are here, and after fees, it comes out to 61%. The trailing stop loss is saving us a lot of money, and it's not preventing us from hitting our take profit very often, which is very, very nice. So if I come down, that's a healthy assortment of trades, over 300 trades. You're getting in every once in a while, you know, so it's like going to be consistent, hopefully 25 trades every 3 days. We can come down and look at the chart. The chart is really, really nice. Something I feel confident in. But now we can see if we can improve this even more with the market cap insights. And honestly, not much to do here. profitable amongst all market caps, so don't need to touch that. And now I have a final strategy that took my original strategy of an 8.8% return on investment all the way up to a 29.2 return on investment, getting into 27 trades over 3 days with a 63% win rate. This is a really good strategy, and trailing stop loss was able to increase our ROI, our return on investment, from 16.8% to 29.2%. That is very, very possible, but I never would have been able to think to use this combo if it wasn't for this tab. So this tab is really, really useful, really powerful. So now we've got the CSV generator, which creates the sheets that can check for TSL. We've got the ability to check any TSL combination and to see the result, but we also can check automatically all combinations of TSL on any strategy to see how it would help, making copy trading once again even easier. So that's it. It's as simple as that. And that is our goal, to make copy trading as simple as possible. So you don't have to spend all day staring at charts. You can let professional traders do the trading for you. And in order to set this up, since I'm using a trailing stop loss and Odin bot doesn't have that at the moment, I would be using the Finest. This is a copy trading bot that I really, really like. The link is in the description. And we have a full setup guide for that bot on the top of the strategy analyzer pages. So you can learn everything about that bot and how to set it up. But real quick, if you do want to set up a trailing stop loss in that bot, all you would have to do is come down to your auto sell profiles, set up your take profit, set up your stop loss, but then set up your trailing stop loss. But if you wanted to have a setup like we had in this video, where the trailing stop loss is not activated until you hit a certain percentage, in this example, when we hit 20%, our trailing stop loss of 35% was activated, then you would need to use TradeWiz, because TradeWiz allows you to buy in a dip and also allows for an activated trailing stop loss. In order to set that up in TradeWiz, you would just select trailing stop loss. You would say, I want it to activate when we hit 20%. I want the price change to be our 35% drop, and I want the sell amount to be 100%. And then your trailing stop loss would be activated. You would just need to add in your take profit and stop loss, which is very easy. But again, we have a tutorial for every bot in our course at copytraderr.com with 2 R's/course. So at any time, if you want to know how to set up any of this stuff in any free copy trading bot from A to Z, that course will be there to guide you through everything. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.